Okay, so David, Jane and Mary are beach inspectors, and 3 beaches they've got to visit: Harlech, Rhyl and Porthcawl. They've got to be inspected on a certain day, right? So each inspector's got to visit one of these beaches so that they all get visited. And when you read it, it doesn't matter which one they visit. So you could go, David could go to Harlech, Jane could go to Rhyl, Mary could go to Porthcawl. But they don't have to do it that way, okay? It could be any combination. And we've got to list all the possible different ways of doing that here, okay? And the way to do it is try and be like ordered in the way you go about it, right? You know, we've looked here at David, where you could go first, then Jane, Mary. I'd keep going like that. So let's keep having David's name written first, okay? But we'll sort of change the locations, change the beaches, right? So we'll have Jane then, and we'll have Mary. Now, let's just start off with then David. Now, we've already gone to Harlech, right? When Jane went to Rhyl, Mary goes to Porthcawl. Let's think, could he still go to Harlech and we'd have a different combination? And actually we will, won't we? Because he could still go to Harlech, but these two could swap, couldn't they? So, you know, we could have Jane going to Porthcawl and Mary going to Rhyl. Okay, so we've got a different way of doing it. Okay, and I think that's it, isn't it, for David going to Harlech? Let's keep going now with David here. Okay, Jane here. And Mary here. Okay, so Harlech is dealt with for David. So suppose he didn't go to Harlech. Suppose he went to Rhyl. Suppose David went to Rhyl. Well, where would Jane go? Well, maybe Jane's going to Porthcawl. So where would that leave Mary? Well, Rhyl, Porthcawl, that means Mary then would go to Harlech. Okay? So we've dealt there with the situation when David goes to Rhyl, and we've got these places where Jane and Mary go. Is there another situation where David could go to Rhyl? Okay, so keep going like that, where we sort of have David as our focus. Okay, so we're considering now, you know, when David goes to Rhyl, and then in fact he could go to Rhyl, and this could be different, couldn't it? Because you could have Mary, so you could have Jane here, actually go into Harlech, and Mary go into Porthcawl. Okay, so it's a different combination there where David goes to Rhyl. David doesn't have to go to Rhyl, look, can he? David, of course, we haven't considered him going to Porthcawl. Okay, David going to Porthcawl. Well, Jane then, she could go to Rhyl, couldn't she? Mary would have to go to Harlech. Have we got all the possibilities? Well, no, because David going to Porthcawl could mean the other way around for Jane and Mary. So maybe Jane actually goes to Harlech and Mary goes to Rhyl. Now I think that's all the possible combinations, and the way I've done that is by focusing on David to make sure that David goes to all the locations, David goes to all the beaches. Those are all the possibilities. But of course, if David goes to Harlech, I need to make sure that we look at the different combinations for Mary and Jane as well. So we've got 6 combinations there in total. It says then, what's the probability that one of the female inspectors will visit Rhyl? Well, if we look at here, visiting Rhyl on that line, yeah, Jane visits Rhyl, so that would count. On this line, yes, Mary, she visits Rhyl. On this line, no, David visits Rhyl, so that's no good. On this line, no, David visits Rhyl, so that's no good. On this line, yeah, Jane visits Rhyl, and on this line, Mary visits Rhyl. So we've got, if you notice, 4 chances there of a female inspector visiting Rhyl. 4 chances out of 6 possibilities. So there's our answer there. You don't need to simplify that down, okay? Because it doesn't ask for it, and it's probability, and you can leave it like that.